This was really just like a horse race of who can scream first, and turns out we're both very good at it, so we had to draw.
My people are gonna be really proud of me. I'm just very happy with this. And I have legs in the game at least.
If you ask me right now, gun to my head, I would say that Taylor wasn't going to steal my advantage anyways, and he was going to steal Paxton's.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I meant come back. What are you doing?
I'm starting to see the light, but I'm trying to like not look at it because I don't want to be disappointed.
German, Lydia, the tribe has spoken.
Yes, they have.
I ultimately didn't have the opportunity to steal the safety without power, but I wasn't going to steal it. I stole the amulet from Paxton, and it turns out I could read all the votes and make votes in the confessional. I just voted in a way that I knew no matter what kind of idol was played, no matter which order it was written in, the way the votes would get canceled, I would have to be safe.
Oh my god, is it Lydia? Well, hi!
Oh, hello. Hey, girlfriend. I think that worked magnificent. I hope people aren't concerned about me and Paxton being a super close pair, although they definitely will be, but it was more about securing that we had me, Paxton, Maddie, and Victoria going forward, and that's 4 people out of a 7-person tribe.
After you and Taylor immediately stood up, you ran away, right? You were out here. Right afterwards, Taylor played, it was called the Raven Amulet, and it was the same thing as Knowledge of Power. He asked me if I had an advantage. I did. I gave it to him. My advantage was the Oracle Amulet, in which case I was gonna use it.
Post double tribal, Larissa just played her idol for me. I was just down in the dumps. I was fully convinced I was going home. It was literally like, it's so over, we're so back.
Send one player to the round table.
Oh.
Choose wisely because this person will have the power to start a chain reaction. One of you will soon receive a curse. This next turn of events will probably be very telling as to what's to come.
I was thinking we could grab the paints over there, assign everybody a color, and a non-vote by coloring sticks.
I'm so nervous for what the hell is about to happen. I have so many different theories in my head.
Everyone, go grab your named bag and put it by the paint. So we'll grab the stick, unscrew it, dip it in, and then put it in like the
Good
box.
idea.
We got 1 for Maddie P. Next stick, Maddie P. 2 sticks, Maddie P. Taylor, 1 stick, Taylor. Maddie P. 3 sticks, Maddie P. I'm gonna guess Kristen. Kristen, 2 sticks, Kristen. And the player going to the round table is yet to be decided. It's a tie between Maddie P. and Taylor.
Wait, no.
IPSD was 3 to 2.
It's Maddie.
Yeah, it's Maddie.
This is why you're not Braden.
misreading my stick. You think
I just ruined my one chance.
The round table. You have been selected as the first member of a tribe to attend this round table. If you can complete the puzzle in front of you within the allotted time, you may return to camp and select the next player to attempt the game. However, each player will have 30 seconds less than the player before them. The first player to fail the task must take the scroll and receive a curse. If the first 6 players all complete the task successfully, the last player will automatically be cursed. Here are the rules. In front of you is a 5-layer pyramid. You must move this pyramid from the platform on the left to the platform on the right. You must move the pieces between the 3 platforms, 1 at a time, and may never place smaller pieces on top of larger ones. I'm gonna fuck this up. I don't even know how to do it, but let's go. Oh my god, fuck my life. I've got nothing. Sorry.
Time's up.
Look, I'm trying to be optimistic here, and I think when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. The next chapter in the story of the world's unluckiest guy is I have the prisoner's curse. When you return until Tribal Council, you will remain shacked to a tree in the middle of camp. This not only prevents you from leaving camp to strategize, but will also prevent you from competing in the next community challenge. So I've just received the prisoner's curse because I haven't had enough bad luck yet in this game. Until Tribal Council, I will remain shackled to a tree in the middle of camp, which is where I am, and I'm shackled with this.
Until Tribal Council. He's just sitting there. Do you need water or anything?
This doesn't only prevent me from leaving camp to strategize, but it will also prevent me from competing in the next immunity challenge. So I have no shot at immunity. If anything has worked wonders to minimize my threat level, I think it's this. So I want these people to think I'm the biggest goat and that I have no chance at winning, so that when I get to final Tribal Council, I will blow it out of the fucking sky.
Come on in! All right, welcome to your next immunity challenge. How we doing right now? Tired? Good? Doing all right? I noticed somebody's missing. Tall, can't miss him, Australian. He's all tied up in something right now. All right, are you ready to get to your next immunity challenge? Yeah. All right, first things first, Kristen, got to take it back once again. Thank you, gonna make me take it off. All right, once again, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, just like Maddie, you will start tied to a plank. You'll have to untie yourself from there and then head on over to a slide puzzle to release a ring. Once you get that ring out, you will then head up and start to build a stick long enough to reach your second ring. Once you have both rings, you'll head on over to a ring toss. It's the first person to land both rings on that pole wins immunity, guaranteed spot in the final 6. We're getting to that part of the game where everybody wants it, everybody needs it, so we're playing for?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're all tied up, ready to go. This is for immunity and a guaranteed spot in 6. On my go, survivors ready. Go. First things first, you gotta untie yourself off of the beam. You're tied to the wrists, just like your tribe mate back at camp. You gotta untie those knots, get yourself free, and head on over to the slide puzzle. Victoria, gonna be the first one out. She can start on her slide puzzle. Gonna get going on that first ring. Jason's out, Kristen's out. They can start on their puzzle. Larissa's out. It's Paxton and Taylor on those knots. Paxton out. Taylor's still working away on those knots, can use his teeth. Taylor out now. Gonna start on that slide puzzle. Everybody working on that slide puzzle now. Kristen, gonna be the first one to get that ring out. On a 2 immunity streak right now. We'd love to increase that. Show that puzzle who's boss. Ooh. Victoria's got the ring out. Tricky thing about this next part is you need to build a pole that is long enough, but also strong enough. So you're combating, do I use a lot of sticks quickly to make it longer, or do I build a foundation? How long am I gonna take? Jason finally gets that ring undone. Larissa gets it out. Gonna untie that ring. Everyone else working on that pole. Larissa got that ring undone, gonna start working on the pole. Taylor's got a challenge of his own. Finish this slide puzzle before someone wins immunity. Victoria and Kristen gonna try now to retrieve their ring. Victoria's is long enough, she knocks it off. Now in a little bit of a predicament. Gotta make sure it's strong enough to retrieve off of the ground. Kristen gonna try again on the pole to retrieve the ring. Kristen, long enough pull to get that ring, but it breaks. I think you're back to where you started.
I see it, but I cannot recreate this. I cannot. I don't know what to say.
Taylor famously, last tribal council, said, huge fan of reality TV, doesn't know how to do a slide puzzle. Larissa's pole, not strong enough, falls apart on the first attempt. That's not gonna do it. Victoria reaching out again. Paxton gonna try again. Jason gonna reach out. Everything falls apart. A good roll for Jason. Victoria and Kristen reaching for that ring. Victoria has it hooked. Can she retrieve it? And she does. Victoria has that second ring. Gonna be the first one to move on to the ring toss. Something I never thought would happen. Taylor gets his first ring out of that slide puzzle. He's in this. Victoria lands the first ring, needs one more to win immunity. This is her challenge to lose right now. Everybody else still on the station behind. All she needs to do is land one ring, and she does! Victoria wins individual immunity and a guaranteed spot in the final 6 of this game. Well done. All right, great challenge, Victoria. Congratulations, come on over. Immunity is yours. Guaranteed spot in the final 6 of this game. Cannot be voted out at Tribal Council. Well done. As for the rest of you, we got a Vote Lumen coming up next, so I'll see you there. Grab your stuff, head out. See you at Tribal.
Oh my gosh, I'm over the moon after winning immunity today. I have never gone into a tribal council ever feeling like I was completely safe. I've never had an idol or an advantage in this game, so it is very good timing for me to win immunity today. I'm sitting pretty.
We have a huge target on our backs now.
I know.
I went from like most underrated to most rated. Yeah.
I think I'm safe tonight, which is nice. The plan tonight should be easy. We have a chance of it out Kristen. Kristen had won her back-to-back individual immunities.
I think we vote Christy right now.
We know that she is a really strong competitor and can just win her way to the final 3.
What's your end game? I don't even know how to have a conversation with you because I'm just struggling because this is not how any of the rest of the game has happened. Stepmommy is killing me. She's the evil stepmother that's come into our house and it's destroying the vibe and energy, and I just want my real mom back, but it was Jessie and she died.
Well, you kind of insinuated that Maddie was going to vote for me. You also insinuated...
He didn't say he was going to vote for you.
I said insinuated.
I mean, it came up in the conversation, but it wasn't
insinuated that Paxton and Maddie are your numbers by saying you have your numbers. So I'm already reading you pretty well on what you're putting down.
She clocked me for sure. She clocked me that I'm fun, chill person that is interacting with a lot of people, and I made one big move and therefore I'm a threat. She clocked me that I have a lot of power in this tribe.
I'm saying you and me personally don't seem like we're gonna align to work together. I'm already having a little tension in the conversation. That's
just because I'm flustered by this conversation, but yeah. She clocked that we probably won't be working together. But then again, she doubled down on that and decided to make it for a fact that we will not be working together by strong-arming me an entire conversation. But we have to trust that Taylor and Jason won't flip it. Get her back to that redemption island and get her gone. Please and thank you.
I don't want to vote out Kristen yet.
Neither do I.
I think we need her.
I think that we need to accept that Maddie just has a killer social game and completely...
He's going to win this game. Him and Larissa. Everybody's been talking about how big of a threat Kristen is, which she is. I think she will win most challenges, but I am currently willing to take that risk.
We don't beat Maddie.
Let me say it. I think you, me, Victoria, Paxton, as the shooting for that as the final 4, one of the 2 of us will win. Jason, I would not have stolen his immunity at the last tribal council. Because of that, he has immense trust with me.
You were where I said final 9. if you got through this, you did not go after me.
I did not.
And then that means I'm locked in with you. Done. Okay. I mean that.
I mean that too. We are going to try to get out the person who I think has really been playing the best game, Maddie. I think Victoria trusts me because I think she misunderstands how I use the amulet and is over-exaggerating how much I saved her.
That meant a lot to me, and I'm gonna work with you because
I trust you down, girl.
Because I figured that your reasoning for choosing me over Lydia probably was because maybe you would be wanting to work together. Taylor basically saved me by voting for Lydia instead, so I have a lot to owe to Taylor, and I think it was smart on Taylor's end because he knows that I'm decently close to him, and if he wants to work with me, he should save me. Maddie and I agreed to each other that we were like number ones, and Taylor came up to me and told me that Maddie was saying the exact same things to them, that he wanted to be their number one. That shows me that Maddie is playing a crazy social game and is actually not committed to me like I thought he was. I was originally locked in with Maddie, and I'm done with that. And now I feel really good with maybe you and Taylor. So I no longer trust him, and I'm voting him out tonight with Taylor, Jason, and Kristen.
Maddie knew all of them. About her idols? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, I feel the same way about Maddie.
He just admitted it.
And look, let me say this too. He was just voted for the table that we all agreed was a good thing.
I just had a ridiculous talk with Larissa, and she flat out lied to my face. And Maddie, he's been lying to all of us about multiple things. We keep catching him in lies. I know Victoria, Jason, Taylor, and I want to vote the same way.
I think Maddie has an advantage. I think he's bullshitting us all this whole time. Fairly certain he has an advantage. Exactly.
I'm pretty certain Maddie has an advantage. I can't, for the life of me, remember what the advantages were at the auction. They're gonna get me out if we don't get Maddie.
I have no more trinkets. This is the first time I've been powerless since round 1 of the game. I'm not wielding anything for this. I don't have value in taking out Larissa because as people who've played idols correctly, Larissa and I have a little bit of a resume that we have very public, and keeping each other in the game as long as we can in order to both make it to Final Four is probably best for both of our individual games. Therefore, trying to take out a sleeper hit like Maddie is pretty ideal for me right now.
I also don't want to be painting a picture that she's a villain though, and forcing you guys to vote her out right now, unless you automatically on your own came to this conclusion, because I don't want to be that person that's
no, we're voting Kristen.
I have to lie to Maddie that my intention is to vote Kristen, all the while going with the 4 people and saying Maddie, but don't say anything.
Yeah, I had conversations with maybe 6 more Kristen.
I think I probably look like a total liar, which I guess I am. I mean, that's a game. Sorry, it's a bluffing game.
We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Jesse, Riley, German, and Lydia voted out at the last tribal council. All right. No one jumped this time. No one jumped this time. All right, perfect. All right, welcome to tribal council. First things first, Maddie, I didn't see you at immunity.
Yeah, so I received a curse because I failed dismally at the round table. I had to do a puzzle. I had 3 minutes and I was still unable to complete it. Basically what I did was if I'd solved the puzzle, I then pass it on to somebody else, and whoever is unable to solve it then gets chained up at camp. So I was not able to strategize. I was stuck in the one spot. I didn't get to compete in the challenge, and I wasn't able to compete for immunity.
So obviously just a massive setback for you this round. Pretty much ineligible to do anything but come to tribal council and vote. Did you find it really difficult to navigate this round?
Yeah, it's by far the most difficult round because you're not mobile. So I was waiting for people to be finished in their conversations to come up to me. I was basically just in the receiving end this time around.
So Victoria, we get to the immunity challenge. Big win today for you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really great. I haven't come to tribal council thus far, feeling like there wasn't some chance that I go home. So being here tonight and being safe, it really helps make the vote easier in a way, especially the strategy, because I feel like, be more open with people and be able to connect more. So I really liked that aspect of it.
So Kristen, on the topic of immunity, this is the first time you're walking in without the necklace around your neck. How are you feeling at this vote? Do you feel vulnerable?
Well, first of all, I'm a sharer, so I'm happy to share it. I'm glad it went to Victoria. That's awesome. Like I mentioned at last tribal, I am super angst. Like, after having won 2 immunities back to back, I definitely feel a little outside of things for this one, and I'm terrified going into this. But I already knew that coming into this, that I had to win this challenge. If I had any hope that things could go in a direction I was happy with. But you know, this is Marooned Survivor. We've seen crazier things, so anything can happen. I'm not gonna give up on myself yet, and I feel like I haven't. I'm trying to keep it strong.
Absolutely, anything can happen. Paxton, last tribal council, you had an idol played on you from Larissa, which negated votes for you that would have put you in a tie in both of the urns that were red. Coming to this tribal council, how are you feeling about your safety, and how did you feel about that moment last time?
Yeah, definitely a really, really big moment. It was literally like, it's so over, we're so back.
Just tell them the truth. You skipped the way home, basically. He was so excited.
Paxton got back to the camp and was still shaking.
He was.
I thought my game was over. I thought I was done for. I was preparing my exit speech. So to have that new life, I feel like a new man now.
It's never over till it's over. Speaking of which, Taylor, not only did you get to see the end of a slide puzzle for the first time today,
Second time this
you also got to see the votes at the last tribal council. Do you feel like having that information with the amulet was able to give you an insight into this tribal council and maybe where people were voting and what was going down with the dynamic of the tribe?
Not necessarily. I think last tribal council ended up being a scattering of the 5 names that were said. So I think it was a bunch of people trying to hedge their bets in different urns. So I think it was more about the panic decisions given the format instead of necessarily how things stand now. I think things have more or less reset's not the word that I want, but settled back into like the relationships that we formed with each other.
So the merged tribe is still fluid, is what you're saying?
I would say so.
Okay. Very interesting. Jason, so on that topic a little bit, it's been a theme for me to ask the last few tribal councils. But now that you're at the final 7, is it time for players to start thinking about the end game, building your path to get there, and ultimately who you're putting on the jury?
And they have, absolutely. I think probably 25% of my conversations have been not only about the votes this round, but votes for future rounds. And it's really important to actually have that foresight, because you don't want to vote out somebody that puts you in a corner. You have to make sure that whatever move that you make, you're aware of the options that you have going into 6, going into 5, and especially going into the final 4 round that Marooned is unique for.
Yeah, that's another thing is the final 4 format. Has that been a conversation back at camp as well?
For sure. And it's interesting because you can approach that round multiple different ways, but right now, everyone just wants to get there.
Exactly.
So rather than normal Survivor where everyone's saying, oh, we gotta make it to 3, oh, we gotta make it to 2, a lot of the conversations I've had are, oh, we gotta make it to 4. Because 4 is really where I think the game has almost ended.
Larissa, last tribal council, you talked to me about this tribe being open and honest and a lot of the things being out there. There was some laughs behind you as well, but do you think this vote will be straightforward, or do you think it's going to be a blindside?
Oh, this vote specifically, I have no idea.
No idea.
I think every vote is different in what people's goals are, and I think already things have changed in what people are answering now, like looking from instead of vote to vote to vote and kind of like what is the best move at that time for either whatever everyone's individual goals are and whatever their individual alliances or like just the culture that they want to curate, whatever it is, their reasonings are now starting to shift less of those are the basic reasons to voting off people, and then also like thinking further ahead and kind of having different factors do it now. So everyone's kind of in a different headspace with that.
Yeah, that was going to be my follow-up question is the mindset changing on the tribe of you're now thinking about, okay, who can I not beat in the end? That's who I need to vote out. Is that kind of describing what people are thinking about now at this stage of the game?
It's definitely slow, and I think that's the other thing that's kind of different, is that every single person is reacting differently to those different changes, and every person is having those changes happen at a different time. In Survivor IRL, you would have a little bit more time in between each of these challenges and votes, so it would be a bit of a slower process to be like, okay, I'm shifting now, we're at 7, whereas we were at 9 like an hour and a half ago, and now we're at 7. So like there's a quick shift, and everyone's going to be shifting at a different pace and thinking at a different pace.
This game can be overwhelming, and the 7 of you have made it this far, so I think it's time to see who gets to 6. With that, it is time to vote. Maddie, you're up.
This is the only time you're vulnerable and probably will be for the rest of the game. So unfortunately, Chris James.
I really hope I don't go out this round because I'm nervous about it. Maddie B, if you go out, I'm sorry, I love you, but you've lied a couple times. All right, Maddie B.
I hope this is an epic blindside, so I can't wait to see what happens.
It's nice to have a nice easy vote tonight after the last few tribals. We just kind of couldn't break the mold strategically, so this vote doesn't hurt me at all.
You told me today that I was a good liar. Fortunately for you, I'm a great liar.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has an idol or an advantage and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Maddie. Second vote, Maddie. 2 votes, Maddie. Kristen. 2 votes, Maddie. 1 vote, Kristen. Next vote, Kristen. We're tied. 2 votes, Maddie. 2 votes, Kristen.
That's cute.
Kristen. That's 3 votes, Kristen. 2 votes, Maddie. 2 votes left. Next vote, Maddie. We are tied. 3 votes, Maddie. 3 votes, Kristen. 1 vote left. And the next person voted out of Marooned Season 3 and the 5th member of our jury, Maddie. That's enough. Please bring me your torch.
That was great.
Oh my god.
You're so awesome.
Maddie, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Good luck, everyone. You're playing great.
Final 6 is a huge milestone in this game, so well done for that. But it's not over yet. Grab your torches, head back to camp. I'll see you later.
Later.
Look, I have so much respect for that play. They really got me good. Those Players are pretty feisty, and they're very good liars. I think they really need to look out for Victoria because she's definitely playing a very under-the-radar game. She's playing the middle incredibly. I underestimated her, and I think she realised that I voted for her last round, and I think she realised I lied, so I kind of got what I deserved. This was a really fun experience. Thanks so much for having me. I've had the best time, and I'm so looking forward to a shower tonight.
I had no idea that was coming, and neither did Larissa. I was under the impression that it was just like super easy. We were going unanimous. Kristen, Maddie P, Larissa, and I have been like a tight trio for so long. To have it break up so suddenly, I feel like should be more shocking, but it's not.
Y'all, on tribes of 7 that started, we're the last 2 that are standing from those tribes.
And 3 girls, 3 guys.
Oh, this is the perfect one.
We've so corrected it.
We did it! That was the blind side of my life. Really happy with how that round went. Right now, after everything that's been happening, I've just been really, really happy with my endgame positioning. I think there's a very real chance now that I could win, which is not what I thought after how that pre-merge went for me. For 5 days, you have lived in this story, and soon it will come to an end. If you learn the lore of the kingdom, your stay just might extend. Tonight, you will learn of your challenge at Tribal Council before you go racing through the dark. Once you learn who has safety, there will be time for just a few brief remarks.
Now that we're here at the final 6, I think my stock is rising. My main concern is making it to the final because I'm just worried about putting myself in a position where if the wrong person wins immunity, I'm the biggest threat who's on the chopping block.
I was a little bit thrown off when Jason was like, yeah, that's 25% of my talks. It's probably more than that, about the Final Four and his plans. I was thrown back at Tribal when Jason made that comment about the Final Four, and I was like, fuck, I haven't even thought about that yet. I cannot believe I'm still here, though. Obviously, it sounds like Larissa would be the next target.
I agree.
But if she wins immunity, what's next? Larissa cannot win the next challenge. I think if she wins, it's gonna be on me. I have to be challenge hungry, like I have been.
Kristen is very anxious about your comment at Tribal Council about how 25% of your conversations are about Final Fours. Because she was like, he didn't have one of those with me. Me, Victoria, Jason, and Kristen. We're the 4 who did the last vote. It's the easiest, it's the cleanest. But Jason doesn't want Kristen because he's afraid of Kristen's challenge prowess and potential story to the jury. I really want to go to the Final 3 with you.
Yes, I completely agree.
I have been locked in really good with Taylor. My attempts to pull in Larissa this round might be working. Here's what I would love to have happen. After this Maddie move, and if it worked out, what I wanted was for it to be a Kristen vote. And then when we're at Final 5, we can choose who we think we can have a better chance against of Taylor and Victoria.
I play off of vibes solely. Like Jason and Taylor, we are giggling and laughing and having a great time, and we get along. And I get along with a lot of people. And the fact that she is not getting along with me is her problem, not my problem. Kristen needs to go next. Yes. Also because she's out for blood. She's out for my neck specifically. If I go home today and they keep her around, then good luck with the vibes of this tribe. And if they get her out and keep me around, then we can have a great old time.
I think genuinely that Larissa and Kristen are the 2 biggest jury threats.
I 100% agree right now.
Okay, so I think those should be the 2 alternative votes with a preference for Kristen because she's more likely to win immunity challenges.
Do you think that Kristen's more likely to win than Larissa? I'm really starting to think about my position in this game right now and how I can win it. Because I'm starting to realize that I might not have made the right decisions or done the right things along the way to do that. And I need to make some changes here.
So are you saying you prefer to go her?
I'm saying I'm ready to vote for her.
Over Kristen even?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to make it happen. I got so complacent in my original Kusith alliance between Larissa and Maddie that it's I realized I don't have that strategic bond with anyone else.
I think that confirms us Final Four if we get Larissa out right now.
That's what I think.
I think we are locked Final Four if we do that.
I think so as well. As far as Final Four goes, I would like to see Larissa and Kristen out. I feel pretty solid going to Final Four with Paxton, Jason, and Taylor.
Jason really wants Kristen now is the problem.
So it's going to be between Larissa and Kristen on who goes next.
Come on in. All right, welcome to your next immunity challenge. First things first, Victoria, got to take it back. Thank you. All right, once again, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, I am going to read you a story based on the Cursed Kingdom and your tribes. After you hear that story, you're gonna race out into the forest to 7 different stations to answer trivia questions about the story that I just read you. If you get the answer correct, you will come back with a letter. If you get all 7 letters, you will complete a word unscramble of a 10-letter word. First person to come back and finish their unscramble wins immunity and a guaranteed spot in 5. You will make it to day 6 of this game. Everybody wants it. So, worth playing for? Let's do it. Let's do this. I will read the story once. You will get to hear it once, and then this challenge will begin. The Kusith was believed to be a large wolf-like dog with green fur and glowing eyes. The creature was often revered by people, often compared to the Grim Reaper. In fact, people who could hear its 3 bone-chilling barks would soon have their souls stolen as they were transported by the Kusith to the underworld. While the Kusith's origins are from Scottish and Celtic mythology, the basilisk roots can be traced back to Greco-Roman time, later evolving through medieval stories. Described as a serpent with a crown-like crest, the creature would hatch from a serpent's egg incubated by a rooster. Unlike the basilisk's lethal powers, the alicorn was known to have healing powers. Viewed as a symbol of purity and divine protection, this creature's healing magic could be found using its horn. While a unicorn possessed these same healing powers in its horn, the alicorn also had feathered wings, much like a Pegasus. The fire drake as a dragon with glowing scales, ember-like eyes with the ability to breathe fire and spit molten lava. They would often live deep in mountains, sleeping for decades at a time. The beast would collect treasures including gold, crown jewels, magical weapons, and ancient scrolls. These treasures were often highly sought after by heroes. While their treasures were lucrative, the dragon's power would often curse the relics to bring madness, misfortune, and even death to those who steal them. All right, that is the story. I hope you retained all of that information. I'm gonna count you down from 5 and we'll head out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This challenge is on. The famous Folklore challenge. I had to read an entire story based on the backstory of this season. And these players now have to retain all of that information and answer 7 trivia questions by running out into the forest to see them. Jason, Larissa, Paxton, all with 1 letter right now. Kristen back. Incorrect. Victoria back with 1. Correct. Paxton has 2 more stations to get to. Victoria with 6 now. Victoria back with another tile. Has all 7 consonants now. Gonna start working on that puzzle. Victoria with a commanding lead right now. Paxton on his way back with another letter. He's got another letter now. He's gonna untie that bag. Gonna start on that word. Victoria's had more time to look at it. This is one of those things where when you see it, it'll click. You'll be able to move quickly. Kristen thinks she's got it, gonna whisper it to Victoria. Read it out.
Spellbound. I got it. That was me. That's 100% me. Spellbound. I said it first. I know you said your name first.
We'll check it. All right, great challenge, photo finish, but Paxton, congratulations, come on over. Well done, well done. Immunity is yours. You will live to see day 6 in this game. Well done. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where one of you would become the 6th member of our jury. Let's head over. We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Welcome in Jesse, Riley, German, Lydia, and Maddie, voted out at the last Tribal Council. All right, final 6. Look at how small this group is once again. Feels like the beginning of the game, doesn't it? So Paxton, talk to me about that challenge. You're running through the dark, glow sticks all around, kind of beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it felt really good. Apologies for yelling and being so intense.
That's okay.
My hyper-competitive instincts kicked in a little bit. I wanted it really bad. Individual immunity was like a really big goal for mine coming into the game, and honestly, I feel like there's no better time to have it. So I'm really excited.
Absolutely, yeah. I was gonna say, having your strategy period before the challenge today and being able to go from the challenge straight into Tribal Council, knowing you have that safety, do you think it's something that you needed at this boat?
I don't know if I need it necessarily, but there's definitely a feeling of relief knowing that I can get through it and that there's a new day ahead of me.
Victoria, talk to me about the dynamic of this merge tribe right now. There's 6 of you left. What's going on in there?
A loaded question. I still really believe it's fluid. At this point, there's 2 purple, 2 orange, 2 green. We've got a girl and a boy from each of them. It's a really cool, like, full representation of the entire game. We have the strategizers, the players, and the social people. I think that truly shows the nature of Survivor itself. Like, it's always the question, outwit, outplay, outlast. And I think this proves that, like, either of those options can get you far in this game. And I think this is a very dynamic and well-rounded group of people here. I'm really excited to see where this vote goes and how we end up going to the final 4 or 3.
Absolutely. So Kristen, that kind of takes me to my next question here. It's 2 from every beginning tribe, and this season's theme has been a pursuit for power and exploring what's the best way to get there. Do you think necessarily it is whichever team at the beginning with the best skill set is going to win, or do you think it's whoever encapsulates all 3?
Oh gosh, this question is just gonna boggle my mind. I'm too tired for an answer on this one. I honestly, I couldn't have said it better than Victoria. I think what she said really touches on it. We were all celebrating the fact that we were all here from each tribe and that we all bring something very special to this tribe itself. I think you could say we all encapsulate a little bit of each. It's different. We could talk about the last challenge. I'm the oldest one here. I did not want to run. I stopped and I just let the younger kids go for it. I was fine with that, but as a socialite, I want to help other people get there. She was the first one back, so I helped her. I can't answer your question in full because I can't remember half of it. I'm too tired. That's all I got.
Speaking of being tired, Taylor, it is day 5 out here. It's the nighttime. This is the last thing of the day. You'll wake up tomorrow, 5 of you, on the final day of Marooned. Talk to me about that. How do you feel?
I think that's part of the pressure that you feel in this vote. There are so many milestones in this. So many people want to make merge. Don't want to be first boot. So many people want to make jury, final 5, whatever. But for me specifically, I wanted to make sure I participated in every single day of this. So knowing that it's right there, that's what I'm feeling right now. That's the pressure I feel. So it's tantalizing. I want to experience. All season I've been looking at that tree that has the 6 tally marks from the first time y'all did this.
Yep.
And I just keep thinking to myself, I want to qualify for that.
Yeah, it's a very small group of people who've made it to the final day of Marooned, and being a part of that elite group is very special and definitely a milestone that I hope all of you are going for here. Larissa, as we've talked last tribal, and I've also touched on it this tribal as well, but there's been a conversation about this tribe being fluid. So do you feel like being left out of the last vote necessarily means you'll be left out of this vote?
Not necessarily, hopefully not. But then again, there are only so many conversations you can have, and when you're in a group of 3, you can only say 2 to 3 other names depending on who's safe, and then we couldn't even talk when people were safe and who we knew had it. So there was a lot of conversations, but where were they all going? I don't know. So.
For sure. Jason, when the numbers get down like this, when it starts to dwindle down to 6 and lower, does it become a game of chicken with who you're communicating with and who's going to say a name first? Just like the beginning of the game when you were in this small of a group?
Oh, I actually really disagree. I feel like when you get further and further into the game, people are seeing the end and they're seeing, oh geez, there's a chance I actually have to make a pitch. And if you're not the one actually coming up with names, or you're not the one at least agreeing to names, and you still decide to play chicken and play neutral, then the jury can vote however they want to, but I think that this group kind of has the perception that that might constitute a weak game. So players who have been open with me and communicating different names and trusting me with that kind of information, those are the players that I respect.
I think one of my favorite parts about Marooned and about Survivor is the fact that the group, the cast, gets to decide the rules. They create the society, and they decide what's important, what a winning game is. You can play so many different games with the same format over and over and over again, but the group of people will always change what that winning game looks like. And so I think that's really interesting that you're starting to find out what that winning game looks like for this group and the group over there. Do you think you've cracked that? Do you think you figured out what a winning game looks like?
I told Kristen one thing today, and that's that there's 2 things that cannot be predicted in this world. Stock markets and Survivor juries. Anything is up in the air. I think that there's been conversation about threat levels. There's been way more conversations about, oh, I just want to get there. And I think that is what's driving this group right now.
Well, it sounds like everybody just does want to get there, so I think it's time to find out who will. So, it is time to vote. Kristen, you're up.
Larissa, sorry, boo. We're too similar. One of us had to go. Hopefully it's not me and it's you.
You are an absolute beast. You are someone that I absolutely look up to, and I just think that you're incredible. But it'd be foolish to take you to the finale.
You're a great player, super strategic, super social. I really like you, and yeah, it was great playing with you.
Let's see if it works this time. If not, it's me, and I'm cooked.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has an idol or an advantage and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Kristen. Second vote, Larissa. 1 vote Kristen, 1 vote Larissa. Kristen. 2 votes Kristen, 1 vote Larissa. Next vote, Kristen. 3 votes Kristen, 1 vote Larissa, 2 votes left. And the next person voted out of Marooned Season 3 and the 6th member of our jury. Kristen, that's enough. Please bring me your torch. Kristen, the tribe has spoken.
It was really awesome playing with you guys. I did not think I would be this far in the game. But the one thing that really got me through it was not just you guys, but someone else from the tribe that I know. My girlfriend is over there. If she could come out here maybe and say hi.
All right, final 5. Congratulations. You have officially made it to the final day of Marooned Season 3. You join an elite group of people who can say that they've accomplished that. Get a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow for the ending of this amazing season. Grab your torches, head out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome gameplay on them because I think they saw me as the real threat there. That was smart. I probably would have done the same thing if I were in their shoes, but yeah, I got played. I was blindsided, so that was a lot. I gave it my all and I was super excited to compete, and I'm so proud of how far I went in the challenges. I'm just can't believe I got. Yeah.
Is it crazy? I thought she was gonna say she's pregnant.
I thought